Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about having a Pisces sun and Pisces moon in a natal chart. Now, I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. What I'm talking about is having that sun moon combination in a natal chart, having a Pisces sun and Pisces moon in your chart. Now, first off, the basic character, which is the sun, and the sun being in Pisces can be very altruistic, compassionate, forgiving, self-sacrificing, confused, and idealistic. Now, on the unconscious side, which is the moon represents the conscious side of the person, the sun, the conscious side of the person in astrology. Now, again, in the unconscious side being the moon being in Pisces, can be the same, sacrificing, sensitive, compassionate, reclusive, altruistic, and passive. And now, when you have one way this may integrate. Um, One may bring that Pisces idealism into something that could be Pisces related, which can include boating, fishing, the metaphysical, which includes astrology, some other examples of less fortunate, spirituality, chemistry, or the paranormal. The sun in astrology is connected with our basic wants. And the Pisces sun wants to attain dreams, fantasies, and ideals. The moon is about our emotional needs. And the Pisces moon needs the same, need also to relax, more so than most people, attain dreams, their fantasies, ideals, to meditate, as some examples. Also inspire others. The sun in astrology is associated with our true self, and the true self, in this case being the sun in Pisces, can be empathetic, emotional, but yet gullible and even impressionable. The inner self, which is the moon, and in this case the moon being in Pisces, it was the same, but the person, remember, moon is about how we feel. And having the moon in Pisces, the person may feel inferior. They often feel like forgiving, being idealistic. Um, the sun in astrology is associated with our drive and motivation. And having a Pisces sun, the person may be driven and motivated, which is the sun, to rescue and inspire, which is Pisces. And having a Pisces moon could be doing so through, could be spirituality, idealism, inspiration, and in a lot of emotion, which is Pisces. And the thing too is, there could be intensified focus, and the focus is our sun, is the sun, on the emotional needs, which is the moon, if this is making a conjunct aspect with each other. If you have a conjunction between your Pisces sun and Pisces moon. And the thing about this is, conjunction aspect in astrology is 0 degrees. And I use a 10-degree orb with at least one personal planet is involved. In this case, of course, you have two personal planets that are involved with the sun and the moon. As an example, let's say the Pisces sun is 6 degrees and the Pisces moon is at 9 degrees. That would form a conjunction aspect. And the sun in astrology is connected with our actions. So having a Pisces sun, the actions may be associated often with rescuing, inspiring, um, trying to save somebody. Um, Now, the thing about this too is that the moon is about our reactions and responses. And then you have the same with the moon being in Pisces. The reactions may be done where one is sacrificing for others, whether it's possessions or what have you. It could be, again, like the Pisces sun. The reactions may be done to rescue, to inspire others. And the sun in astrology is associated with the biological father. So having a Pisces sun, the biological father may actually be a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those characteristics. And with the moon being in Pisces, the moon is connected with the mother in astrology. So the mother may actually be a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those traits. And it's also about the perception of these people. And having a Pisces sun, the person may perceive the biological father as somebody that's idealistic, compassionate, altruistic, forgiving, sacrificing, sensitive, but at the same time may perceive that person as somebody that's overly unrealistic, confused, nebulous, unclear, ambivalent, indecisive, and even deceptive and duplicitous. Now, with the Pisces moon, it's the same. The person may perceive the mother as somebody that's altruistic, compassionate, idealistic, forgiving, sacrificing, insensitive, but at the same time may perceive the mother as somebody that's overly unclear, nebulous, indecisive, overly passive, even deceptive and duplicitous. Now, the thing is, looking at this as well, you have when you have this combination, of course, it's double dose of Pisces energy. The sun being the conscious and the moon being the unconscious, being, one and the same. And the thing about this is, you have, again, very intensified Pisces energy. It could be, somebody, that wants to do, something Pisces related, with a lot of, idealism, whether, again, it could be something metaphysical, which includes astrology or poetry or dancing, and in doing so, photography is some examples. In doing so, with that feeling, idealistic, being able to attain the dreams that are connected with it. And the thing too is, the sun in astrology, is the fundamental character. It's the basic character of the person. And the moon is, that unconscious side, but you still have, the strong, the conscious side being the sun, the moon being the unconscious, being very, being one, and the same. The moon is about our emotions. So having a Pisces moon, the person's emotions may often be very, could be chaotic, convoluted, and also just it can be all-encompassing. It's a very sensitive, placement for the moon. Pisces and Cancer, I would say, are like I do believe strongly they are the two most sensitive emotional signs of the zodiac. Scorpio is intense, but when you have the intensely emotional, but when you have a Scorpio moon, the person, even though they can have very powerful emotions, they can have more control and power over it. So especially in the moon placement, Cancer and Pisces do take the crown for being the most sensitive and emotional of these placements as far as sensitivity goes and emotion. But anyway, it's also, when you look at this as well, you have, the Pisces, sun, sun is about our life, and having a Pisces sun, could be a life where one, dreams, wants to attain, their ideals, one that is about a lot of sacrificing. Pisces sun, as far as the basic fundamental character goes, as far from materialistic. Pisces moon doesn't put hardly any significance on material possessions, but of course you got to look for modifying influences and contraindicators in the natal chart. If a person has, say, this sun moon combination that has a Taurus ascendant, well, having the Taurus ascendant, the person may be a little more, at least a little more materialistic and more enamored with possessions and money than the typical Pisces sun Pisces moon combination. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.